Hello everyone, and welcome back to Optimize Evony. Back with another video today. There's some cool stuff going on. I wanted to talk about it a little bit, but before I get into that, I do want to actually address something that a number of you guys have had questions about. Uh, Most of you know that I've been promoting the Aptoide App Store and the AppCoins Wallet to make legitimate, cheaper purchases from Evony. Um, and I know that Evony sent out a message, a notice the other day. Let's see if I still have it. Nope, because Evony deletes everything. But basically it said like don't buy anything other than things from the Apple App Store or the Google App Store. Uh, and a lot of people came and asked me like, okay, like, well, what about Aptoide? Is this legit? Is this not? And it is legit. The Aptoide, the people that are working on Aptoide are working with Evony to actually try and get them to change that notice to add Aptoide um, as one of the uh, legitimate app stores that you can buy from. They were kind of upset because they have an agreement with Evony, and they were kind of upset that they were excluded from that. So but it is legitimate. It is not something that Evony is going to come and target your account for and do all the stuff that's listed in here, where it's like warning against illegal third party purchases, where it'll remove all gems, resources, ban accounts, whatever. That's not what's going to happen to you from buying things from Aptoide. Only thing that's going to happen to you is you're going to be getting more money or more more for your money in Evony. So and if you don't know what I'm talking about with Aptoide, check the link in the video. Basically, you can save up to 25% off of all of your purchases on Evony, and it is actually supported by Evony, contrary to what they said in their last email. I expect them to send out an updated mail at some point to correct that. But yeah, other than that, let's move on to what's new with Evony. Um, the the Ultimate Constantinople has started, so that's basically where you're ranking for challenge. So the first week already is done. So 3 more weeks left to try and get in the top 400. What actually is it? It's top like 400 and something alliances, I believe. Oh, 256 alliances. So I think right now my alliance is actually ranked pretty high. You can see it's split up by continent again. And okay, 179. So we're still in the top. Hopefully we stay there. We're trying very hard to get the challenge castle because we don't have it yet, or we have one of the ones, but not the one that actually gives buffs. But the other updates that had just come out is there's a new historic city, and this historic city is different than the other ones that they were doing because they're doing continents. So instead of having like all of Evony being on a single historic city event, they're breaking up between these different continents. So that's kind of cool. There's at least five, but I'm not going to be spending for that. So and the other thing is the limited recruit event. So let's actually just go and take a look at it. Normally, this is an event that just comes and goes once every like couple weeks, and you basically can purchase 10 recruitment orders for $10,000 or 10, not $10,000, 10,000 gems, which is, fairly cheap in Evony these days. And then you can basically go and look through these gens, figure out which one you want, and recruit for them. I'm sure most of you know what this is already. It's been around for a long time, but I'm actually kind of excited for this round because there's some good generals in here. John I of Portugal, don't do this one. You can get him from the tavern. It's not worth it for you. But this, but the rest of them are pretty good. So Wallenstein is the basically the updated rally cap general. So it gives you an extra 10% rally cap when he's leading the rally. So I think he pairs well with Electra, and I'm not sure who else. I actually have him, so if I start using Electra, I might switch to him as the assistant. And then this guy, Edward the Third, is actually really good. So uh, he he's one of the only generals that pair well with some of the better generals from before. So like Simeon and Alfred. Alfred currently is my main general. So if I wanted to keep Alfred my main general, I would want to pick up an Edward the Third because he is one of the only range generals that pair well with Simeon or Alfred. So if you have a Simeon and you can't find anyone that pairs well with him, pick up an Edward the Third, and yeah, you'll be happy about it. Pretty decent specialties. You love to see, well, one, this is all range troop stuff, which is awesome, and then you love to see the range troop eras here. Sometimes you see a war god, which is all troops attack by 6%, which is not very good when you're trying to specialize for a single troop type. Then of course you got Electra, and then Not the Great. So this guy is a great subgen, great for range troop attack, and he's basically like an updated Andrew Jackson, like a much better Andrew Jackson, and his ascensions are pretty good as well. So he is definitely a premium general. So he will give you a little bit more for your ability. So I mean, look at that, like an extra 26 range troop attack if you get to the 4-star. And I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, well, I'm never gonna get to four specialties unlocked on a subgen. Uh, you will eventually, and the reason why you have to is because you need to get your debuffs to a state where you're debuffing half of your attacker's stats. And so one of the only ways to get that for some of those troop types is to actually do these specialties here. So it is sometimes worth it. But yeah, uh, never really talked too much about the limited recruit, so I wanted to give a little bit of time there. Otherwise, yeah, there's the Delphic Oracle here, which uh, allows you to get Maurice of Nassau, which um, basically is the upgraded archer tower officer. So Ban Chao is the free one. This one gives actually reduce enemy range troop attack by 15%, and then increases your range troop and siege machine attack by 20% when they're the archer tower officer, and then much better when you go when you go and actually ascend it. Let me look. There's typically just that one. And then this last one is nice too. So let's compare that to actually the Ban Chao, which is the uh, the other Archer Tower Duty General. I forget which. I think he's maybe in China. No, maybe not. Maybe I'm just missing him. Oh, there he is. Yep. So this is reduce enemy mount troop attack by 20% and then increase range troop attack by 20%. So you're not getting the siege there, and it's mount troop attack. So range troop attack debuff is a little bit better than that. Um, and then this skill is just not nearly as good. So it definitely is good. Uh, Honestly, I am super not a big fan of these events, the Delphic Oracle, because basically you have to do 240 times wishing to for sure get it, and free to play you're not even coming close to that. And uh, normally it's like, okay, here's a low chance to get these, but you know, if you pay money, you can get it for sure. This seems like free to play. They've made the amount that you can get per day so low that uh, it's really hard to get him. So let's actually look at oh no, it's here. These are the percentages. So 0.4%, honestly not that bad, but the problem is like it's really hard to get the things to actually spin for it. You can only get 30 per day, so you can only spin it 3 times a day. And so in like a 12-day event, you're not you're spinning it like 30 to 40 times. And so it's not it's you're not going to get it typically. And I've done this on all of my alts, on my main, everything, and I've never gotten the Ashoka or Mikhail or any of the premium generals that they've offered here. So it's this is just really not my favorite event. I really wish that they had made this a little bit easier, a little bit more attainable, increase the number that you got per day to like 5 spins or 10 spins. You still would be well under the 240 that you need to actually get this general for sure. But then it would at least give some ability to get that general. um, but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on those. If you guys aren't already, you guys really need to be killing all of these Gid Gidoga, King Gidoda. I don't know how you say it, but it gives you the spiritual beast, Burning Godzilla. I'm sure some of you guys have already gotten that, but uh, also they're just awesome for speed. So I need speeds a lot, so they're one of my favorite monsters in the game right now. But yeah, that's all I've really had for you guys today. I didn't have a ton here, but I just wanted to get you guys another video. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about these events, and let me know what general you're most interested in this limited recruit. I'm honestly really torn. I actually already have a Wallenstein, so I'm not between him, but Edward the Third is would probably be the one that I would get, and then maybe would be the second. But the other thing I do want to say is I buy these every time the limited recruit event is up, and then basically the time that I actually need a general or something like that, I'll go and actually spend them all. But what I've found is that to actually get the full general, you tend to need between like 180 to 360 of the recruit orders, which is like basically one of the ways to get these is to buy packages. And so, okay, well, that didn't actually bring you to where you needed to be. But okay, so here, the $100 pack here. So if you double down on this, that gets you to 320. And I think that might have gotten me one of them, or maybe it was two times. The one time I tried to do that. So it's it's not it's not a guarantee. What I tend to use this for is if I need fragments for a general that I'm ascending. So Electra's not a particularly good example because it's easier to get fragments for her. But let's say, a general that I really needed was here. Let's say I had Edward the Third as my main general. I had some fragments for, and I needed more fragments to ascend. I would pick up a couple fragments here, even though I'm not going to get a full piece or a full general. I would pick up a couple fragments to help with the ascending because it is hard to pick up fragments of the premium generals. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment.